Your news starts now. But first, here's a special report from the Razorback Nation.
That's right, the Razorback Nation coming to you live from Grubb's Bar and Grill just off Dixon Street here in Fayetteville, getting you ready for tomorrow's big-time SEC Western Division Showdown. Arkansas hosting number 20 LSU. Kenny Hilliard, one of LSU's main offensive weapons, their running back, the second leading running back in terms of touchdowns, out for the Arkansas game, out for the season with a shoulder injury. So that's a big deal that developed today for this football game. And Arkansas will take advantage of any break they can get and try to win the boot back. The golden boot, a 24-karat chunk of gold that represents the pride of these two football teams when it comes to this series. The winner gets to keep it the whole year. The Hogs have not had the golden boot since 2010, and simply put, they want it back.
It represents more than just a victory. It represents something for the state to get behind. It represents a victory for an entire year. It's not just a little mark in that win-loss column. It's a victory and a trophy that stays with you until you have a chance to defend it again.
It's big time. You know, it's the battle of the boot. So, you know, if you ask the fans what's the most hated team they hate in the SEC, is going to be LSU. So, you know, so it's a big-time rivalry, and we plan on bringing it back home.
It's going to be frigidly cold during the game tomorrow, so expect both teams to run the ball a lot, but these two teams would do that anyway. The team that can be more effective running the football will win this game, in my opinion. Kickoff set for 7 p.m. We're going to have all the preview coverage you can handle. Another live report later in this show, our 15-minute Gear Up for Game Day show tonight at 10:15, and then our hour-long Game Day show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. inside the Northwest Arkansas Mall, nice and warm if you want to swing by and hang out with the crew. So Arkansas trying to snap a 17-game conference losing streak. If they do that, they get a golden prize to take home in the shape of a boot. Louisiana and Arkansas. More later in sports. Right now, let's head back to the studios.
Now, from the station you count on for local news that matters. This is KARK 4 News at 6.
Nobody's going to run a mistake-free administration. You should really be judged not just by what mistakes you make, but by how quick you fix them.
Bipartisanship, the Affordable Care Act, and America's ability to deal with domestic and global issues all addressed in an impromptu speech today from President Clinton. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6 o'clock, everyone. I'm Bob Clausen.
And I'm Ashley Ketz. But first tonight, 2 women caught in the act of stealing from a Sherwood home, and the homeowner has it all on camera. Check out this surveillance picture here. KARK4's Hillary Hunt spoke with the homeowner, and Hillary, this person is advising all homeowners to invest in one of these cameras.
That's right, Ashley. The Sherwood homeowner hopes the footage will help catch the 3 suspects who the Faulkner County deputies are now looking for after they broke into the home on Caddo Road, stealing more than $1,000 worth of guns and jewelry. Now, something he thought would never happen to him, and hopes other homeowners will learn from his lesson.
When she comes out, they put all the stuff in the back door.
This is a home security camera that shows 2 women stealing from a Sherwood home last week.
Well, my wife came home and she noticed, went inside and noticed that somebody had broke in.
The Sherwood homeowner asked not to be on camera, but he says last Thursday he reviewed his security footage to find this. 2, possibly 3 women getting away with thousands of dollars worth of his belongings.
They stole some jewelry and some weapons. I believe there was three total weapons.
Now the Faulkner County Sheriff's Office is putting out these pictures, asking for help finding the suspects.
Without them, I don't think that, you know, anything could really be done.
2 cameras catching thieves in the act, leaving this Sherwood homeowner urging others to invest.
You know, we've been, you know, really paranoid the last few days, you know, wondering, you know, if it could happen again. And so I would definitely, you know, at least have a security system, some cameras or something, because you never know when it's going to happen.
Now, if you want to take a better look at those photos, they'll be on our website, arkansasmatters.com. And if you have any information on those suspects, you're urged to call the Faulkner County Sheriff's Office. Back to you.
All right, Hillary, thank you very much. An entire weekend of anniversary celebrations for the Clinton Presidential Center kicked off, of course, by the former president himself, naturally.
And KARK's Marcy Manley joins us live now. And Marcy, he wasn't even officially on the agenda.
Well, not our agenda anyway, but it is a 10-year anniversary of a presidential center named after him, so you can't blame the guy for wanting to have the kickoff remarks. And after today's events, you know, it was a symposium where they were talking about the administration and policies and sort of inside baseball. But then Clinton came out and he had some anecdotes to share, but also, you know, he talked about progress that still had to be made in the present and lessons to be learned from the past. The natural state's native son and only elected president still welcomed here as if he's returning home on this 10-year anniversary of the Clinton Presidential Center.
It's important to remember that not all the news from our endeavors turns bad. And I think it's really significant.
Memories and reflections on the impact of Clinton's administration and post-presidential work at the forefront of an hour-long discussion.
There are no permanent victories or defeats in politics.
Efforts in welfare, health care, economic reform, and the fight against poverty. Many points of his legacy Clinton spoke to, issues America continues to face today. And this is a weekend full of events. Some of those issues that the country still faces, some of those will be addressed in panels and discussions, community action days. And then there is just a celebratory concert on Saturday night that people are welcome to attend. It should be a fun time, and they're hoping for a big crowd. For the full schedule of events that you can attend or get a gander at, head to our website, arkansasmatters.com. Live in Little Rock, I'm Marcy Manley. Back to you.
All right, Marcy, thank you very much. And a high-speed chase that started in North Little Rock ends in the capital city. A Saline County homicide suspect apparently spotted in North Little Rock. When officers attempted to pull him over, the chase was on. But they all come to an end. This one did in Little Rock on Colonel Glenn Road. Bobby Joe Gill was the driver. He was wanted, as mentioned, on multiple warrants out of Grant, Saline, and Pulaski counties.
A Searcy County deputy shot during a hostage standoff speaks out for the first time.
I knew I'd been hit. I felt it. And I told the trooper I'd been shot.
On October 17th, Officer Lang Holland responded to the Serenity Farm Bread Bakery in Leslie. That's when he got there. He was talking about that state police officer. They were involved in a shootout with a suspect who had taken employees hostage. Holland took a bullet to his upper hip, but continued firing until the suspect was down.
It was me or him, and it happened to be me. I came out the winner that day. I may not be so lucky the next time.
The 75-year-old John Collada died 2 weeks later from injuries in the shootout. Holland, a husband and father of 5, is expected to make a full recovery. He returned to work just this week.
It has been more than a year and a half since 100,000 gallons of oil spilled from a broken pipeline in Mayflower. Much of that oil ended up in the marsh that feeds Lake Conway. This week, ExxonMobil crews continuing the work cleaning up the remaining oil there. State officials say the job is almost done. ADEQ is preparing for final assessment of the site to determine if all the oil has been in fact cleaned up.
Because your health matters, open enrollment for the 2015 Affordable Care Act begins this Saturday. It lasts through February 15th. According to the Attorney General's office, the Arkansas Insurance Department has a feature on its website with an easy-to-read chart listing premiums, benefits, and deductibles, so you can do some comparisons. You can find a link to that information on our website right now, arkansasmatters.com.
It was a very wet and rainy day, but yet a day to remember here in Little Rock. We commemorate the opening of the Clinton Presidential Center coming up, and you won't believe who we spotted in the crowd.
And you know, the Christmas holidays only about 6 weeks away, and I know it's been feeling like it a lot lately. If you need your fix of Christmas, come on out to the Benton Convention Center as we head through tonight and 9 to 6 tomorrow. Everything Christmas, plus maybe even a gift or two for that hunter in the family. Temperatures today, pretty chilly across Arkansas. Started at 24 in Little Rock. We topped out only at 41. We'll talk about more cold and possibly snow when we come back.
From the station that brings you local news that matters, this is KARK 4 News at 6 in high definition. With Bob Clausen, Ashley Katz, Chief Meteorologist Keith Monahan, and Aaron Peters with your Razorback Nation report.